primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Dude, what the fuck? My Nvidia broadcast was oh, what the fuck? Alright, hello everyone, by the way. Hello. I mean, I did say hello, but like, I guess like my voice was out. Oh well. Hi everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hmm. Hi, Shazza, I'm waiting. Nice day, thanks, dude. Sorry about that. So like this morning was fucking hectic as fuck, dude. I still can't. Let me get into the rhythm. Music too loud. Yeah. Okay. There. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. That's your morning, dude. Like I was sleeping, and my fucking cousin calls me like out of nowhere, and like we don't really talk a lot, you know. We just sort of like aware of each other's existence, and that's about it. And she calls me, and she's like in panic. She's like, "Oh, like your father, like you know what's wrong with your father? Like there's something wrong with your father." And I'm like, "What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean something wrong with my father?" Like, yeah, like he called me. He said that he can't walk. Like, and your brother is not taking his phone. Please, like, check something. Uh, like I did send your uncle to like check on him, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I call my brother, like call him actually. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I call him. I'm like, yo, bro, what's happening? He's like, nothing. He drank. Now he's sick. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I mean, my father already had like a. So first of all, he has diabetes. By the way, when you have diabetes, you should not drink. Like, alcohol actually still has a lot of sugars in it, shit like that. It's very bad when you have diabetes, right? Second of all, like he had a stroke, and with diabetes and stroke, it's like not recommended at all for you to like drink basically. Like not a single ounce of drink should be entering your body, right? So he said like, yeah, like he was drinking a couple days ago, and now he's like sick. It's probably like sometimes like yeah, with diabetes and then drinking, like it's your blood vessels get clogged up basically, right? That's what causes the stroke and everything, right? So what happened is that like it's probably like his leg or something like that. He probably has like some throb in it, like blood clot in it. So it was getting worse and worse since yesterday, I guess. So yeah, his brother came in. Uh And yeah, like, I mean, he got taken by whatchamacallit, like ER took him basically. How do you say ER in English? It doesn't even matter how hard you try. It's just annoying that like my fucking like cousin, like she's calling me and she's like, and she's also talking me in a tone as if like as if I should like, why do I not care and all that shit, even though I have been the one that has been paying for his medication since he had a stroke basically. Not only that, recently he also had a fucking, you know, like basically when you have diabetes and you're also drinking, like your eye starts crystallizing. It's called, like, you know what it is, right? Cataracta. So he had that too. So he had like a surgery on the eye. And I also had to buy like meds for him for that too. Fuck you, bitch, dude. Like, he knows he shouldn't drink, but he's still drinking. Like, it's fucking annoying. Use a mouse? Yeah, I use a mouse. Yeah, marijuana is prohibited, but alcohol is legal. I mean, alcohol is legal because people are making a lot of money on it. And then with like weed or something like that, you can't make that money. Because, for example, on alcohol, government can just issue a tax. And we already have that tax. Akciza. We already have that tax. Like, almost every country has that tax. So for literally every bottle of alcohol that's being sold, government is getting like a small percentage basically from it. It's a practice pretty much in every country at this point, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, and if government can't do that, I mean, you can't do that on weed. So it makes sense that like you would be against it, for example. I mean, ideally you shouldn't be doing either or, right? Like you shouldn't be abusing either alcohol or weed, obviously, right? I mean, is drinking alcohol from time to time okay? Yeah, I think it's fine. Like on actual special occasions and then not in large quantities, right? But in Georgia, there's also a culture of like literal like intoxication. So like there's like a term which is like alcohol intoxication. Like it literally has toxic in its name, dude. Because it's like that fucking bad. It's literally alcohol poisoning. Think about how bad it is where large quantities of alcohol can literally poison you. So yeah, like it's like cigarettes. You're young, Skull, but when I was a kid, we literally had like billboards and like advertisements even on television for cigarettes. But then at some point, people were like, wait, cigarettes are bad. We should actually not advertise it. So they stopped advertising. But like with time, like not only they stopped advertising cigarettes, now even on like on cigarettes themselves, they have like the whatchamacallit, like smoking kills and all that shit, right? I think right now they did another thing recently, which is like, I think all cigarette packs, they are only in gray boxes. They don't even have like specific like branded markings or colors. Basically, they can only be in gray boxes. Like another anti-smoke thing that they're doing. I black out when you have too much. What, alcohol? Yeah, because it's like, it's literally like it literally poisons your system. You understand that, right? Like the whole, like whenever like people like black out from alcohol, that's not a fun, good thing. That means that you're stressing your body so much, then the only thing that it can do is just shut down to like somehow stop you from doing more of it. Like think about it. Because if you could, and if you took more of it, like that would not end well. So your body is like, okay, I'm gonna shut you down, bitch. You're just not stopping at this point. Cause like you're too fucking retarded to understand that, right? Yeah, drinking is like probably one of the worst things. But it's like, it's all like advertisement, right? Like, for example, like my aunt thinks that smoking weed is one of the worst things you can do because it's like narcotics. But it's not narcotics. Like smoking weed, especially like if you're smoking like the what's the term? TCH, I think it is. CBD and tetrahydrothiouronium THC. I think it's THC. Like there's a difference between like weed with high concentration of CBD and weed with high concentration of THC, right? THC is essentially like a part of it that makes you like hallucinate and all that shit, right? And then CBD is the part of it that basically makes you like, it's like painkiller, it relaxes your nervous system, like all that shit, right? The body revokes. What about high concentration CBD? Skibidi. Also, it's fine. Can drink some beer though. Sleep juice. funny. Use mouse for painting. Isn't painful. You don't have pen tablet. Yeah, I do. Oh, Dash, do you still have those like images that you found of like those black VTubers on can you send them to me? I want to show it on stream. I want to show you guys some concept arts that Danfi found yesterday. Just like looks for like some stuff on a concept, like she just looks for some concept arts here and there in the evening just for references. She found like there was like a couple of them that she liked. So what? You understand one? Oh, the other one was so good too, though. Here, this one. Dude, can we get like some black VTuber designs that are like this cute? The other one was good. I liked it because it was pink. Yeah, it had a pink hair too. It was so good. Make cute black VTubers great again. No, did you find it? I think I've seen something like this before. Is this also AI generated? Yeah, it seems like it. I feel like stuff like this is just good for like general concepting, right? Like this is just like a good general idea that you can take, refine it, redraw it, and do better, right? I feel like this is like what generally AI is good for, right? You just get like some general idea about what you want with this, and you go to a proper concept artist, and they basically do a finished proper product, basically, right? Something that you will like. But yeah, this is nice. Like in general, right? Like there's like like if you look at it like specifically at certain areas, like it's just chaotic and it's bad, right? But it's like just some good general like color schemes and outfit and everything, right? I think like artists are eventually gonna start doing that, to be honest, if they're not doing that already. Because I mean, there's already a practice whenever people are just taking 3D models, like blank 3D models, they're posing them and then drawing on top of it, right? I mean, technically speaking, that should not be like a good what do you call it? Just like a good thing in general, right? Like that should not be a common practice because you're working with a already posed model. So like, what is then your, like, you know, but people still do that, right? It's a common practice whenever artists are just posing like blank 3D models and then just drawing on top of it, right? Any skin tone will work, cute. Yeah, but like there's always like this idea that like, I don't know why, but I don't know, maybe I'm just not on that side of VTubers, but I've never really seen like a cute, like specifically cute, like black skinned VTuber basically. I mean, that being said, I don't really watch a lot of VTubers to begin with, so partially it's probably because of that, because I just don't have experience with that, but I mean, not that it matters, but another thing is like, whether you want it or not, it's still very fucking hard to like, with like black skin color specifically, right? It's sometimes hard to like make it look cute, right? Because you need like, there's a color theory, obviously, right? Like with white skin color, it's easier to, not white, but like, you know, it's yellowish, whatever the fucking color is, right? It's not pure white, but you know what I mean, right? Lighter skin color, right? It's easier to use certain colors that like work with it. But with darker skin color, it's harder to do that, basically, right? Like, for example, like I was doing a model for Chonky Lotus. And for that character, the skin color is just blue. Like, it's a blue skin color model, for example, right? With blue skin color model, it's very hard to use any other, like certain colors, because it's gonna look weird, right? Yeah. Like, no, I'm talking about like just general outfit. Like, for example, like with blue, I feel like green is not gonna work. Like something pure green is just not gonna work. Like some pastel colors are not gonna work, right? Like usually colors, if you want them to look pleasant, they have like other colors that complement them, basically, right? I'm talking about blue skin color. Like blue skin color specifically. You don't want to know what AI can generate beyond concepts. I just got this out of my system, but yes, it can do very detailed reference sheets if you got any high-res AI model. Oh no, I know that, dude. I know that much. I know AI can do that. I mean, Let me see if I have anything not like non-NSFW. I still really want to make this character, Dash. It's a furry one, but I can't show it properly on stream, but I'll try to. There we go. I don't know what the species are called, but it's a furry character essentially, and it's like, yeah. I had to crop it because reasons. I don't know what these species are, but it also has wings basically. I have a bunch of these, by the way, Dash. What about this one? Look. This one?
Oh yeah.
It is nice. But this specific. This specifically is not. I was only able to do something like this. Right. There's like a full body of this, but I can't show it on stream. I actually really like this one though. This is from Lucky Star. This character, but a furry. Some weird cat. It's not just some weird cat, dude. Furry full body being NSFW. Yeah. I mean, look, DM me on Discord. I'll send you. I can't. I don't want to post it like somewhere in a general place. But if you DM me on Discord, I'll send it to you. I'll show it to you. Yeah, if I start doing like, if I do any booth model from now on, it's gonna be furries. I'm only doing like sexy furry models. Yeah, talking about Batman, dude. This is actually so good. I really like the big ass fucking jacket. This is AI. It is AI. It's still AI. Shoes. You see? But this is like older gen. There are like newer generation of AI that does like way better job. Who's this? Show me the furry. Where is it? Oh, there you go. Alright, let me work now. I know, I've seen it. I saw it. It's good. I like it. Rabbit hole. The furry rabbit. Dude, I wish I could fall down the furry rabbit hole, dude. Especially the one from Zootopia. We gotta watch Zootopia too, by the way, Dash. What do you mean? Oh, it's a good movie. Like, you liked the first one. Yes, you did. Zootopia. I can't believe I might watch Avatar 3 before Zootopia. Wait, in Batumi, there is like a good movie theater, right, Weasel? Oh, Weasel, by the way, did you get any friends in Batumi, or you're just like hanging out in VRChat with a bunch of people, so you don't have a need for socialization? Oh, in God damn it. What people? The people that leave comments. Oh yeah, Danf is like looking at this stuff on Pinterest, right? So there's like a lot of AI generated like concept arts. So what people do is like they go and they comment under it, calling it AI and shit like that. But the funniest shit is whenever say, oh, this is AI, so I'm gonna steal it and I'm gonna use it. Except the problem is, like, aren't you against like people using AI for their own shit? And shouldn't you be going and like actually like paying a concept artist to do that for you? Instead, you're just stealing an AI like image. But like, isn't that like the same that you're like against, which is people using AI generated content? Yeah. Wait, send me that with a comment. I want to say with a comment. My moto's having a seizure. It's alright. She sometimes has a seizure. There are no laws against the clanker, Shanzo. I get it, but you don't understand something. If you are saying that nobody should be using AI content because that's you're taking away the jobs of artists, right? But then you go and say, this is AI content, so I'm gonna steal it to use it. Aren't you doing the same thing, but with a different intention? You're doing the same thing. By using an AI model and claiming to steal it, all you're doing is you're potentially taking away a job from somebody else. Because instead of you going and commissioning somebody, you're just taking this. But you're taking this out of spite. Look. Like, claiming this beauty mine now, thanks. It's insane. Like, the idea here is that, like, you know, it's insane this is watermarked when it's literally just AI. Like, so these people are shitting on it because it's AI, but they have no problem taking it and using it. But aren't these people fighting against that exactly? Which is people using AI content and not paying actual artists for their work? Aren't they doing the same thing at its core? They're taking AI content and not paying actual artists for it. But you're just justifying it by saying that, like, oh, it's AI, so I'm gonna steal it. Pinterest is kind of healing, at least for me. Had to don't press AI a couple times. Yeah, but like again, like for if you want to just get like some general ideas and concepts, not references. Let's just call them references because reference is a better wording. If you want to get references specifically, right? That's fine. There's an artistry to get AI to generate. There is an artistry. No. You don't understand. Is there a reason you don't paint and blend directly on the model? What do you mean I don't paint? What do you think I'm doing right here? Is this not painting? Like, is me putting colors on this digital image not painting? Then what is it? This is not 2D texture, it doesn't matter. Like 2D space or 2D texture, like it doesn't matter. Both of those things are painting. By definition, it's painting. Like what the fuck are you talking about? It literally doesn't matter in what space I paint, it's still painting. You guys are fucking weird, I swear, dude. Like, what the fuck is this like? Like, you don't even know what things are called and you're like sitting here like trying to teach me shit. Like, shut the fuck up, please. You got a question? Ask me a question. AI tools themselves just leeching of the people who do. Whether or not such a distinction actually matters is up to you. But it doesn't. Like in both cases, what you're doing is you're taking something that is AI generated and you're not paying an actual artist to do the work. This is usually the claim that most people have who are against AI. The fuck? Like, is it really hard a concept, dude? Are you kidding me? The claim is, look, listen to me again. I'm gonna repeat it. So the claim is that if you're using AI-generated content for your own benefit without actually commissioning an artist to do that, is a bad thing. So in both cases, that's what, like, this person is doing who is anti-AI. He's still taking an AI-generated content. He's gonna use it, and he's not going to pay an actual artist to draw it. In both cases, it's the same exact action. The only difference is that you're justifying it by saying it, that it's like you're fighting the bad guys. You're not fighting the bad guys. Usually they redraw the AI themselves. Everyone redraws the AI themselves. What do like? What? Why this dishonesty? I don't get it. Do you think that people that generate AI they also don't, or do you think only these people redraw? Like, it doesn't matter. They still use it. Yeah, at the end of the day, they both use it. How do you know that people that get like this AI generated, they don't redraw it themselves? How do you know? How do you know that? How do you know that they're not doing that as well? This is actually such a dishonest argument. Holy shit, dude. Look, if you feel personally attacked, like, that's not me, my dude. I'm not even attacking you to begin with. You wanna use AI art as a reference to, like, draw or make whatever the fuck you want? That's fine by me. I'm simply talking about the hypocrisy. That's all there is. I'm simply talking about hypocrisy. I was trying to teach you something. I just want to know. I never did that before. It's fine, dude. You're not like. You didn't piss me off. You didn't piss me off. It's the other guy. We're talking about something else. Don't worry about it. Dude, it's very fucking hard to piss me off. Like, really. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's gonna piss me off more if you're gonna say that you're pissing me off. You're not pissing me off. Very rarely anything can piss me off. And trust me, I know when I'm pissed off. And when I'm angry. I'm perfectly aware of when I am angry. Like, for example, I was angry this morning. Whenever my cousin called me, and I was very angry at her. And I was aware of it in the moment when I was angry and emotional. I know when I'm angry and I'm emotional. I am fully aware of when I am like that. This is not one of those times. I don't know, send me. This thing? Oh no, you're sending it. No, but it was similar. Also, this has like double layer of like, yeah, it's broken. This one is broken. It's still a good color scheme, but she's not really black, right? Wait, this is not considered black, right? Actually, no, it is sort of. It's not tanned for sure. Yeah, the skin tone is like just lighter brown, but it's still. I would still say that this is like, by definition, a black character, right? I actually really don't like whenever people call things like tan, because tan means that it's something that is only an effect of you being like in the sun for a prolonged amount of time, right? What are your thoughts on hard surface modeling? I mean, what my thoughts are. I mean, I essentially do all my modeling is essentially hard surface if you think about it, because I don't sculpt and retopology. I don't do that. If anything, people that come to me and tell me they want to make VTuber models, I specifically tell them to start with doing like hard surface modeling first, and don't get into like model making right away. Better that way. I just realized the reason I can't catch your streams because it's the dead second I get up for school. I am. Also, yeah, there is no artistry to generate what you want. Like, that's not artistry. I would more so say that's a lot more technical skill. Like, it's a technical skill of you understanding what parameters you should enter to get desired result, basically, right? So that's a more technical skill that has nothing to do with artistry necessarily. Because you're not deciding the artistic like, you're not doing any decision making when it comes to like AI generating like anything, right? I'm actually wondering, I'm genuinely wondering if like any artists out there, they're already doing something like that where they take AI generated concept arts that people come to them with to redraw them and like draw them properly, you know? I'm really wondering, and I wonder if like those artists are just basically quiet about it, right? Because they don't want, like, they're doing it because it's a job, but they're, you know, just being quiet about it. If you say it that way, that's fine. Technically, in painting, for example, needs a bit of painting skill. I mean, painting in general needs a lot of technical skill as well. I mean, that's undeniable. But that's if you treat like art and painting in general as a as only a, you see, this is what people do whenever like they demand like shit like, what you might call it, unions. Like, this is like, this is the type of shit similar to like what people like whenever people demand unions. Like, if you have an artist union, for example, right? What does that mean? That means that like everyone in the union has to have at least a certain amount, minimal amount of skill, technical skill with which they can draw. But would you really call every one of those people a actual artist? I wouldn't. Because if the demand is to have a technical skill, right, then you're not really an artist. Artist is like something different, I feel like, and it's like a certain way of thinking and a certain way of, like, you have to have a certain way of imagining things. You have to have a certain imagination. And that's something not a lot of people have, by the way. Like, you do know that like a lot of people can't even imagine things in their head, right? Like, you know, the red apple test, right? The one where like you have to like imagine a apple in your head. Okay, now like how do you imagine it? Is it colored? Is it an actual image of it? Is it like, how do you imagine like things in your head? Is it like, some people like think in text, for example. Did you know that? Like, if you tell them apple, the first thing they think about is not the actual object, but they think of it in text, for example, right? That's one of the examples. Like, some people, for example, this is mostly women. Like, then their imagination is also associated with feelings, for example, right? That's why women are better at like remembering the shit you did 10 years ago and how she's still upset at you because of that. Skill and AI is kind of subject. Okay, you're rage baiting at this point, dude.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO.
Nice to be in orbit. Beautiful, beautiful.
Anime gacha game search. It's not anything new. You're like a couple years late on that. Like plenty. I feel like the whole anime gacha surge that started happening right after Genshin Impact. Because a lot of people saw how popular Genshin Impact was with the whole... Actually, you know what Genshin Impact did that not a lot of people understand? So the whole anime gacha was already very popular in like Japan, right? But for West, it was not very popular. The whole idea and the concept of like paying money to get characters in a video game, that was like very outlandish basically, right? So Genshin Impact was like one of those first games that broke into the West and sort of like broke that idea of spending money on characters, right? Especially like once every like what, 3 weeks or something like that. And then when people saw that like that's very profitable, especially since like, yeah, Westerners pay a lot of money in that fucking category as well, then people just started clipping more anime-like gacha games, right? Some of them shit, some of them not so much. I'd rather they spend their money on anime girls than of what? I mean, I would rather people spend their money on huh? Oh, then OnlyFans? Oh. Why? You hate women, huh? You don't want women making money? Actually, me saying that is kind of sexist. Because that implies that women can only make money in OnlyFans. Okay, I take that back. Take it back. What do you mean, dude? We gotta empower women, dude. We gotta empower women. You see, as a man, hitting on an 18-year-old is wrong. But if you buy her OnlyFans, that's good. Cause that means that she's empowered. You go make that money, girl. Fucking hate West, dude, I swear to God. West single-handedly made women fucking miserable, dude. And called it female liberation. I was waiting on him to finish his. Well, he said OF, which is OnlyFans, right? That's what you meant, right, Mr. Community? Yeah, there you go. Running cookies. Wait, by running cookies, do you mean the game where you're running as gingerbread men? Isn't it called like Cookie Run or something like that? Are you that guy that's making that character from that game? You post on in our Discord all the time. Are you that guy? You're not the guy. You're not the guy. Okay, okay. I know who you are. You're the cookie guy. Ugh. Alright, I'll be right back. Ah, my leg. Are you autistic? Can I ask? Actually, I already asked. Actually, I didn't have to ask. You are probably autistic. At least like tiny bit autistic. I mean, anyone coming to this stream is autistic. Makes sense, makes sense. Because who the fuck else would sit around for like multiple hours watching me doing this shit? You have to be fucking autistic. At least as far as I know. Okay, I have a very simple test, okay? This test easily determines if you're autistic or not. Are you ready? Alright. Do you like Sonic? The Hedgehog, yes. I read a study somewhere where it said that there's a correlation between liking Sonic and being autistic. Here, try this one. Yeah, kind of. Haven't engaged a fandom in years, so what? Still autistic. There's nothing wrong with being like tiny bit autistic, by the way. It's definitely better than being neurotypical. Dude, imagine being a fucking normie, dude. Holy shit, dude. I fucking hate normies. You can't even talk with them properly, dude. They're just like not even alive sometimes. The worst part about normies that I really hate is when you talk to them, they don't actually tell you what they think. They answer you and talk to you the way you're supposed to answer and talk back, you know? It's like they have like a pre-decided speech and pre-decided answers, like fucking NPCs. I kid you not. Bunch of Sonic comics and yet somehow managed to avoid becoming a furry. Well, you didn't become a furry, but there's this one other thing that you did. Marisa. Autism is a spectrum. The thing is, like, whenever people say that autism is a spectrum, it's like, I swear, like, most people think of it as like I don't know, like sort of like a two-way like scale, right? And it's like there's like an arrow, and you're either like this left side or a right side, and like in between, like something. I think it's like a little bit more complex than that. I think it's not just like a two-way scale. Two-way. It's like a four-way scale, more so, like a more three-dimensional one, right? And like somewhere in the middle, I drew that badly. But anyways. Okay, like something like that. It's like a this side, this direction, and like this direction, right? And basically somewhere in the middle you have the the normies. The middle is where you have the normies, basically. I think a circle. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Like a color wheel. I don't know. That most people think it does. Yeah. Beep 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 beep. Up from the bottom.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight in the orbit of Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I don't like this. That works for like the here maybe. I would even argue with that, but I don't like it here. Okay, I need like something similar, but like a different tone. Can I do this? Better. Light source to affect the model and cast shadows. I mean, if you want to, yeah, but that's just not how I do stuff. Technically speaking, you could do that, yeah. The problem with like something like that is that then it just looks like just plastic, right? And then yeah, you can set up certain shaders to make it look a certain way, but this is just how I do things, just hand painted everything, right? Shadows, like textures, everything. It's just like all hand painted. I always do it this way. It's just with this model in particular, the problem is that I don't have like a direct reference of how I should be doing it. Like usually I have a reference of how I should be drawing like the body and how it should look and all the textures and everything. So I'm just sort of like freeballing this like from my past experience with other models. But yeah, usually I would have a reference, like a proper reference, and I would know how to do this like properly. I think my way is better. I mean, it's not about my way or not my way. Again, like, it's just how I do it, right? Some people do it different ways. Some people do like minimalistically. Some people do it like all styles are fine as long as they fit within like whatever they're doing, right? Like I said, like for this one in particular, I'm just doing it this way because this makes more sense. Cinema. I mean, if I had a direct reference of how like the whole model should be painted, then I would just be following that, but I don't have that. Make the crotch area slightly. Like I like using this like darker color for like this area, and once I smooth it in, you will see what it does. And then same for the front. Not too much though. I want to make like the inner area darker than the outer area slightly.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Artadella Sculptor. Why are you crying, Mr. Artadella Sculptor? Are you crying because Chester Bennington killed himself? Unalived himself? Sorry. Isn't what I think it is. She's leaking, bro. Wait, you're not talking about the whole model, right? Cause that would be kind of fucking racist. That brown thing, huh? That's not how we talk about dark-skinned VTuber models. Brown thing. She's leaking, bro. Your brain is leaking, bro. Your brain, bro, it's leaking, bro. Your brain is leaking. Your brain is leaking. Pick it up. Pick up your brain. It's leaking. Yo, what you up to, Mr. Neozi-kun? Are you up to no good? Respect the small insect. Will literally get this type of tan. Yeah. I hope they don't get this type of tan. Bro, why does this look like some leakage, dude? God damn it, dude. Why did you say it? Actually, it looks like some leakage, dude. I have leaked from my poop hole. Can't put someone in a club. Talking about pulling somebody in the club, dude. So, we are sleeping, or trying to sleep, me and my wife. And we hear some moaning Next fucking door. Through the wall. Oh, that bro fucking pulled. From the club. I mean, the moaning didn't last very long, but... None of us are perfect, unfortunately. I actually don't think he... I don't think he actually left the house since that day. I don't think so. He's been sitting there all day, I'm pretty sure. Oh no. Actual true story, by the way. Like, so my neighbor is gone. And whenever he's gone, like, he usually rents out his apartment to, like, some people. So I guess, like, it's some dude is, like, living there right now. Some Russian-speaking dude. And a couple days ago, like 3 a.m., we heard him like come back home with some girl. So, like, we don't have thin walls, but like, you know, it's just like walls, whatever. So, well, I don't care. And then we went to like bed at some point. So like we're getting ready to sleep, like almost like, and we hear some moans. My wife is like, do you hear that? Somebody's moaning. I'm like, no. Yeah, somebody's moaning. I'm like, okay. So like, trying to like listen, nothing. I'm like, okay, I guess nothing. Then again, like someone, oh, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? That was funny as fuck, dude. The funniest part was, you know what the funniest part was? So they were done like after like maybe like 2-3 minutes at best. Like they're done. No, it was not more, okay? So after like, okay, 5 minutes tops, sure. 10? No way it was 10 minutes, dude. Alright, whatever. Anyways, they're done, right? So now we can hear how they're just walking around, sort of. Like, super badly, but, you know, whatever. Bro, speedrunning? Bro, okay, listen. If you're gonna pick up a girl and bring it to your home, you're gonna be going harder like a fucking bull, dude. You're gonna be like just fucking tearing that shit apart, dude. Let's be fucking honest. Like, if you ever gonna have a girl and you don't see her for like a long time, you will know what the fuck I'm talking about, alright? You'll be like, going crazy. Anyways. Anyways. So yeah, like, and then couple years pass, couple minutes pass. Like maybe like 10 minutes. Like he needed a cooldown, obviously, right? But like we hear it again. Oh, fucking hey, dude! You went it again, dude. You fucking again. Oh, it was funny. But I think they were like drunk. The bitch was drunk for sure, dude. Round 2. Dude, round 2 is not that hard. Whenever like you haven't seen each other for too long. Like it's really not that hard. Even round 3, dude, just need a little bit of cooldown, alright? It's fine. I mean, think about it this way. You're a single dude, you're living alone, right? You're like, what are you doing? Like, fucking jerking off and just doing your work. That's it. Like, you get to pull a girl once in a while. And I would imagine, actually, gosh, it's easier to pull a girl into here, in Tbilisi. You know why? Because most people come here for like, especially like Russian speaking people, right? They come here for like, whatchamacallit, like vacation, right? So like they can afford on vacation to like go with a random guy, right? Like they wouldn't do that in their hometown, right? For example, because it's like you might cross with the guy again or some shit like that. But when you're on vacation, there's like less like problem with it. Anyways, he's been like super quiet for 2 days now. He's at home for sure, but he's just quiet. Fucking depressed, dude. Roy's not gonna pull pussy like that in a while. Memories living inside my. You should come to Georgia, Neozikun. Pull some girls from a. Pull some Russian girls. They usually have like areas where they chill Russians specifically. Get yourself like a one night stand. Next time you meet him, tell him you could sense his aura. There was no aura, dude. There were times where I could go on for like up to 20 minutes non-stop, bro. No cap. No cap. Actual no cap, dude. I know that I'm not a Russian speaker. So what? You don't need to know Russian to pick up Russian girls. You know English. That's even better. By the way, you never told me, what do you do in Ibrahili land? Are you like are you just jobless? Or you're doing something? I'm learning to do character creation for games, basically. I feel like you've sent me some stuff that you did in the past. Am I wrong? Like, I could swear you've sent me some stuff in the past. My daughter to work? Yeah. All good. Run an anatomy for what type of anatomy? One Pornhub anatomy? Dude, I've been grinding anatomy since I was like, when was that I've heard my first computer? 18 maybe. You will never have a feeling of having a personal computer first time in your life at home. Oh, that's such a great feeling, dude. You have no idea. The fact that you can sit like at your computer all day, do whatever the fuck you want. 90% of it is just downloading porn. Best times. Yeah. 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 For me, it was just having a PC at home, to be honest, because me and my brother, we both played Dota. Oh, you know what even better was? Having 2 PCs at home, dude. Shit. To this day, I still, like, you know what dreams I have sometimes? How, like, my brother's PC is, like, broken or fucked up, and he's using my PC, and it pisses me off. And I'm like, why won't you just fix your PC? I don't even know why I have that dream, because he always had a good PC. Well, he bought a laptop when he had money. When he got his first money, he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy a laptop. He bought a laptop. And then I built a second PC. And then at some point... Yeah, that was it. And then like I bought like some new parts for my PC, and I gave him like all the stuff from my PC. Essentially. Look at anatomy. His wife must be blessed. Yeah, when my testosterone is not down, yeah, she's blessed indeed. Dude, I had like very bad start of the winter. Like, holy shit, dude. I know. I feel like in the lighter light for like highlights, this is just not enough. Problem is if I do that. Do I want to do this? There's no obsession. I know a dude who literally buys girl clothing to use it as a reference for his 3D modeling. I feel like he's not buying that girl clothing only for that. Oh boy. Only the body. Yeah, I decided to add an extra layer of highlight. I think it's not a bad idea. Looks insane. Twitch might get erected. It's okay. It's not underage, so. Also, technically speaking, this character is black, so it's okay. From the endless supply of Asian artifacts. You know the fucked up part is, now that I remember it, they gave me a 1 week ban for working on that loli character on stream, right? Even though I was not sexualizing it, did not show anything sexual about that model, didn't model anything. Okay, I'm muted for some reason. Okay, nice. All right, what part of okay, I'm gonna say it from the start. It's fine. Remember when I got a 1 week ban when I was making that loli character like a year ago or something, and they banned me for a week over that character. Remember that? You know what I remembered? Remember recently there was like a person that had like a furry diaper character, and then he was also joining it on stream or some weird shit like that. He only got a day ban. How fucking insane is that, dude? How fucking insane is that? He got a day ban, I got 2 weeks ban for nothing. Oh yeah, by the way, I was not sexualizing the model, not modeling anything sexual. Like, literally, not even once. He had no nipples, no tits, no genitalia, nothing. Like a week ban. I got a week ban for that. Meanwhile, some motherfucker is doing like some weird like furry diaper shit on stream. That's just a day ban. It is so unfortunate that there are actual fucking idiots working for this company that are captivated by American politics so fucking much. It's actually fucking insane. It was Shun. No, it was not Shun actually. It was one model that I never released, but I should actually. It was Mio. I think I have it on desktop. Yeah, let me open it. The cute model, I should like pack it up and put it on boot or something. Mio. It was this model. I got a weak ban for this. So you can't see it, but she actually has ears right here. She's just hiding those ears. Very cute wood head pad. This is actually a very nice model. I actually really like this. I should release it. Only head pads allowed this time. Yeah. Mini skirt version, dude. Release it. Meow. Look at the pantyhose shading, dude. Very nice. Look at the shoe shading, dude. Shoe shading is the best. Look at this shit, dude. Tried to juke you out in the past with chargebacks. They don't. It's wild, some of the bias that goes. It's a very clear bias actually. It's straight up a left-wing bias. Like, so basically, like in US, left-wing people don't really have an ideology. They just more so have like a set of rules that you're supposed to follow in order to be like an ally of theirs, right? But sometimes this set of rules are not logical, especially when it comes to like how they work with each other, right? So they have like very simple, like, can't be racist, can't be this, can't be that, can't be that. But there's like a lot of those stuff where you can't be one thing and you can't be another thing, but they're like it doesn't make sense, right? Like they support LGBTQ, but then they support certain religions that is against gay people and literally kills them in their own religion. So like that's weird. That doesn't make sense, right? Like that's illogical. It's illogical to support one thing and then support the other thing that literally exists to, like, that kills people that you like. Doesn't make sense. I mean, that's why, for example, the weird furry dude, right? Why he was not banned? Because he's a weird furry dude. They support anyone who is weird. So that's why he got banned only for a day. And I got banned for a week because I'm just a straight dude. I'm a normal straight dude. So I got banned for a week because God forbid I do something that is like, I don't know, they find arousing. I mean, that's all all it says, right? They found this character arousing, so they had to ban me. Alright. I want to check something. Oof. Dash, look. Yeah. I can show it actually on stream. This is not anything bad. I'm just more so talking about like the craft. Like the craft of like this. The like the bra sort of, and the colors and textures. Like I just really like this. It's not anything weird, but I'm just being safe, right? Like more so like how the bra was crafted and how like it is like, and like this like textures on it and everything just looks nice. I really like it. A little like cat pins. Alright, anyways. When you say that, now that I think about it, they have to be looking at it that way for them to ban it for that reason. I mean, yeah, that's literally the logic though, don't you think about it? Like if you look at something that is underage to you, right? And then first thing that comes to your mind is that like this is sexual. Like who is the weird person here? Aren't you the weird one who thinks that this is sexual? Because I don't think that something like that is sexual, right? What I showed earlier. I don't think that's sexual. But you're the one who thinks that's sexual. Does that not mean that you're the weird one? Alright, I need some the reference. And that works. Okay.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions. Liftoff of mission 41B, first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Discovery Houston, trim to ATO.
Can be interpreted however they are. There's no rules, I don't think so. Like, to think that there are like rules on Twitch that the mod team follows and enforces those rules evenly, that's stupid because that is not the case. That is not the case whatsoever. Like there are set of rules, but mod team almost always ignores it. I'll tell you what's happening basically. So there probably is like a group of like rogue moderators, right? Rogue moderators, mods, like bad moderators, right? That are like politically captivated, right? They're politically PK. I don't know, captivated is C. Yeah, they're politically captivated mod, like group of mods on Twitch. And the problem is like, then Clancy, right? Clancy can't just fire them basically, right? He can't just fire them. So what he has to do to not upset these people is he has to like constantly update rules so these mods are like acting within those rules basically, right? So he can't just fire these people. So he has to come up with like rules that are not really for like the mods or the regular streamers. These rules are for these mods so they don't like over abuse their abilities basically, right? Like if you can understand the concept, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because these mods, because of their political captivation, they're enforcing or they're they're issuing like bans on their own behalf. So the only way you can stop them is to put them like in a rule set, basically, right? Like a set of like rules within what they can act, right? So to sort of stop them, because he can't fire them. He can't, because he knows that there's gonna be like some outroar or some shit like that. I mean, that's gonna be keep happening until that people will be eventually let go. Only then will Twitch be like actually free and enforce their shit properly. Until then, like nothing is gonna change. Twitch right now, I feel like it's literally what do you call it? It's hostage. It's hostage to people like that. It's not one even pays money to someone like that. I mean, that's like what majority of young people in US are, unfortunately. So especially like Zoomers, not even millennials, because millennials are one thing, but Zoomers are just like this self-hating like bunch that have been told throughout their lifetime that the world is actually ending, like there's Nazis on the rise, there's this, there's that, and yeah, like they develop like a doomer mindset. There's actually, I'm not even joking, there is a subset of Zoomers that are already doomers, because they've been listening to this like doom calling stuff for so long that even at a young age, they're already like doomers. So the only way they can like do something about it is just punishing people that they disagree with. That's it. That's the only like ounce of power that they have that they can exercise, so they take it. Makes sense, to be honest. Beep, beep, beep. There is that all news media is right-wing. You know what my favorite thing is about US, and then not only just left but also right? Well, both of them actually. For years, left-wing people have been shitting on right-wing people for being like anti-Jew, because right-wing people would say Jews are controlling the media, Jews are controlling the government, Jews are controlling this and that. And leftist people would always shit on right-wing people for that. But now in the past, like, since the Palestine war started, now it's the left-wing people that are doing the same thing. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh man, this is the funniest shit ever, dude. Before you would say that, they would call you a Nazi, but then now left-wing people are just doing it themselves. It's whatever. When we do it, it's okay. When you do it, you're a Nazi. Very right wing, very religious, very conservative. You know why? The whole idea of like modern day left is basically an opposition to conservatives in 2000s, basically, right? Because there was like in US, like right in 2000s, there was like predominantly one group of people. It was like white Christians, basically, right? And it's very normal that in society you're gonna have like outliers that are being like are opposing that, right? It's a normal thing to have. It's a very normal human thing to oppose to something just for the sake of opposing it, right? And that's basic. But the problem is that it rose so much that it became the norm, right? Like that's why, like for example, satanic Satanism became popular in US. Like being whatchamacallit, like basically anything anti-Christian became very popular in US, right? To the point where it became the norm, right? So now it's the norm to be anti-Christian and all of that stuff, right? So we're back to people be like opposing to what's the general norm. So the general norm is to be anti-Christian, right? Being like anti-white and all that stuff. So now you have people that are opposing that. So they are being Christian, they are being like conservative and all that stuff to just oppose this, like, you know, other general idea. It's like a big loop, basically, right? The only mistake that left in general did is that before they always took the position of a martyr, basically, right? When it came to like LGBTQ rights, when it came to like just gay rights and other stuff, right? They would always take a position of a martyr, right? But the problem is at some point left decided that like they just gonna like start fighting back. And unfortunately, you can't get people on your side whenever you're doing that, because now you're the bully. And you can try and justify you being a bully all you want, but people just don't care. They see that you're burning down Teslas for no reason. And by the way, like Tesla cars, for example, it was like a predominantly like lefty idea because people were buying electric cars because they were told that like it's a good thing to do for the environment. But now the same lefty people see that their Teslas are being burnt down, right? This was like during the whole Tesla riots, remember, right? So like those people are not gonna support you anymore because you're trying to bully them in. That's actually something that happened here in Georgia as well. So we had protests, right? You guys, maybe you know that, maybe you don't, but we had protests like since like last year, right? And the problem with it is that at first it was like genuinely like everyone was coming out to the streets. Like doesn't matter like which opposition party they believed in. They would all come out, all protest. We were making some movement basically, right? Like some like going towards what the goal was, which was to get rid of the current government, which is like very pro-Russian, right? But what happened is that like a lefty group self-injected themselves as a leaders of this protest, and then they started purity testing people that are coming out to those protests. So they would purity test anyone that comes to the protest and tell them that like, hey, if you're supporting this opposition party, you don't get to be part of this protest. If you're like supporting this opposition party, you don't get to be part of this protest. If your beliefs are this, you don't get to be part of this protest, right? Because you're gonna have like a lot of people that, you know, like some people are not necessarily for like certain like left-wing ideas like gay rights or like some other shit. Like that's fine, and especially like in a dog shit country like Georgia, of course you're gonna have some people that are just not in support of some of that stuff, right? But it doesn't matter. Whenever like you have a like mutual enemy, you have to like ally with whoever you can, right? Like enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? It's a very simple thing. But they didn't do that. Instead, they started purity testing everyone to a point where people are no longer coming out to the protests because they were shooed away. They were told that they're not needed. They don't need to come out to those protests, right? Because they don't share their values, right? So you don't get to protest along our side. So what's happening right now is that like there's only a few like actual 100 people that are coming out to those protests, and that's it. And now these people are whining. They're whining why is nobody coming out to those protests. I mean, you purity fucking test the whole fucking nation and then you wonder why people are not supporting your ideas? Sure. Left and right are two sides that are both controlled by Israel. That's funny. Occupy Wall Street movement was infiltrated by people who changed the movement from class war to race war by grinding everything to a halt because their pet project wasn't getting enough attention. That's not even conspiracy theory. That there's literally videos on that. Like, there's a specific video that where they're standing in a park and like they're like talking about how like this is like a it is a class war, like poor versus the rich, right? And then like some like there's like a speaker that says that like, okay, this is a great time where underrepresented groups should be coming to the front and talking, and we should let them do that. And there's a guy in a crowd, a white dude, that says, he's like why does the race of a person or whatever matters? This is something that affects all of us. And he gets like quickly shut down. So it's funny that you say that and you know about it. Because that's literally what happened in Georgia. Essentially, that's what's happened here. Because here, we don't necessarily have protected classes other than just women. We don't have black people here, right? So for us in Georgia, it was women and actors. Like, they became like pseudo leaders of these protests. And one of those pseudo leaders was ex-president, which is, funnily enough, a part of the party that people were fighting against, but she sort of switched sides, you know, like, oh, now she's for the people. So like she was part of like Georgian Dream, and then she's like, oh, now I'm with the people, and she was telling people to like peacefully protest and don't break anything, and it's all about the peaceful protest and all of that shit. It's fucking clown fiesta. If you're wondering what that led to, is that so it's now criminal to block the road, and before it was not, because if there is enough people where you can't stand on the walkway, you can block the road, basically. Like, it was in the constitution. So they took that away. Now you can't. And then now they're also not allowing people to gather on the walkway. You can't block the walkway as well, right? Or the... What do you call it in English? What do you call the part of the road where people walk? Sidewalk. Yeah, you can't gather on a sidewalk anymore as well. Now that's criminal as well. Georgia man casually throws it out in a mini rant. Clown fiesta. On the conspiracy theory level. Yeah. But you are right though about the whole I think, wasn't that the person's name like Carrot or something like that? They were also like making the whole protest, like they were basically, why I'm saying clown fiesta is because the way they were protesting is they were adding a lot of unserious things to it, right? They would like dress up in like costumes or some shit like that, which gave the protest like very unserious look, right? Furry project. It's interesting that Marisa, you actually know about this. That's very interesting. I don't know why, but I thought like a lot of people in US are not aware of that whole Wall Street thing because it was so long ago. That was like 2008, I'm pretty sure, right? It's when the housing market crashed. There's even like movie about this, I'm pretty sure. It's called Big Short. Sort of explains like how it all happened, sort of. Conspiracy therapist. Good thing that you don't consider yourself a conspiracy the rapist. Do you recommend using ChatGPT? I myself use Grok whenever I need to find some information. But I use it more so like a Google, basically, you know? Like whenever I'm trying to like, instead of like Googling, for example, carrot cake recipe, I instead go and ask Grok. I'm like, Grok, give me a carrot cake recipe, and gives me a recipe and tells me how to do it, and I just do that. You know what I'm wondering? Like, do you think people that are boycotting like AI art and stuff like that, do you think they're still using stuff like ChatGPT or Grok for like using it as a Google, basically? You think they still do that? No, you don't think so. You think that they're actually... How do I say this? I would say that they're probably still using some like level of AI. Just using Google gives you AI summarized result. I know that like Google just they did do that thing where like you can just Google and it just give you, it's straight up gonna give you a result, but because he uses it very rarely. I mean, I use Grok very rarely as well. Facebook is beyond cooked because of AI. Why? What's up with Facebook and why is it cooked beyond because of AI? I only know one place that is cooked because of AI. It's Instagram, actually. If you go on Instagram Shorts, oh boy, you're gonna see a lot of interesting shit. Not always, but often enough. Try to push their own AI things, not blocking other AI things, yet none of the stuff on their AI has been useful, which makes sense because none of the documentation is trained on is useful either. I think it's a problem of like people just not understanding how AI in general works at all. And I remember like whether it's like text AI or like image generation AI or whatever it is, right? Like people just don't understand how it all works. Like even with image generation, I bet you 100%, like some of the models that you can find, like good models that you can find on the internet, are not even trained by like actual artists' art. They're not using that. They're just using other generated AI images. That's how it works nowadays. Because you don't need it. All you need is just like curate it, basically, right? Somebody just needs to curate art and that's it. I just did my Instagram account, not gonna see anything. I had an AI generated image on it as well, but let's not talk about it. Hey dude, listen. I think that if you can make money with whatever you want or whatever you can, there's no shame in it, all right? I know people, for example, that AI generate like sexy images of like certain characters, certain furry characters, and they have OnlyFans and Patreon and all that shit for it, and they're actually generating money from that, right? There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, right? Because there's always gonna be consumer for something like that. The morality of it is like a second-hand thing at this point.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Plus, like I said, like AI is only good for like, I don't know, just like concepting or whatever the fuck. And porn, I guess. I mean, let's be honest, almost everything that has been created by humans, almost every reason for it is just porn. Internet, literally because of porn. Video editing software, literally because of porn. Anime, porn. Television, porn. Yeah, I don't know. Porn usually decides what wins. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, not everything. The internet is for porn. Internet is for porn. Wait, tell me you know that song. It's such an old one too. Drop your pants and oh, something like that. Yeah. Right, this is bad. You know, the funny part is the first time I heard about that song was because of this. This is literally the first time I saw this. Well, where I saw this. $19 years ago. Dude, imagine this. There's gonna be a time when you're gonna go on YouTube and some videos are gonna say 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 100 years ago. Holy shit, dude. Imagine like you're looking at a video, it says 100 years ago. Both of you to assume the internet is going to last that long? Well, that's what I'm saying, it's gonna be crazy. You mean machinima? Normal people? Afterwards. Grab your dick and double click, dude. Oh my god. Grab your dick and double click. What a good rhyme, dude. Holy schmoly. Back in around 2013, I remember watching Jacksepticeye interact with Eevee Cleverbot, yet and nobody really bet an eye at those chatbots because they were so simple with almost no memory retention. It was only around quarantine. Actually, is that picking up the pace? Pete! Yeah, we're getting there, dude. Getting there. Getting here, getting there.
Every 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I miss Total Biscuit. I actually made like a sort of like a tribute to him when he died. Maybe I can find it actually in our old files. Wait, I bet I can find it. Wait. Okay, give me a second. Maybe I can find it. Brother, can you give me some oats, brother? My goodness, oh my goodness. Katke. I had to kiss my Katke. Okay, wait. Oh my god. Look what I found, Rexlex. This is Shrek the movie in Beat Saber. Damn, I like that shirt actually. Is that you? Yeah, that's me. Like fucking. How long ago is this? This is 2018, right? Oh, it doesn't say the creation time. Yeah, this is pre-COVID. Yeah, it's pre-COVID era. Wait, does it have sound? So this is actually a full Shrek movie in Beat Saber that lasts for like 1 hour and something minutes. Damn. I wanna feel like me. I'm trying to find my old files, but I'm not sure where they are. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't have it. Alright, whatever. Music is a little loud. Is it? Hello? Bottle cap cat. My brother still has a bottle cat cap, by the way. Bottle cap cat. She's still fucking small as fuck. Dude, that cat is funny as... Like, it's so fucking funny because... It never grew, by the way. It stayed small. Like, it's super small. Shkura. Well, here... Well... Shkura. That's such funny name. Can't calling you okay, Shkura. Oh man. Oh man. Who's sniffing the feet, dude? Feet sniffer? Seat sniffer. I just found like a funny thing. Only Rexlex will understand it. Also, how do you Tairi Wild? Is that how it is? Yo, thank you very much for Prime subbing. Thank you. The boomer memes. Millennial memes, by the way. Dude, I think millennials are becoming new boomers, unfortunately. Slowly. I mean, technically speaking, millennials are boomers of the internet, right? Happy New Yuri. Right now, when Windows 10 support is running out and many people buy themselves new PCs to switch to Windows 11, the prices for RAM explode. Oh, by the way, I guess I'm rich, dude. Remember those 2 RAM sticks that I bought a while ago? The, what is this? G-Skill Flare X5 32 gig RAM sticks. I'm rich, dude. I'm literally fucking... Too bad I can't put them in my PC because they're slightly different and they blue screen it. Other than that, yeah, fucking rich, dude. Because they can sell it to AI companies directly for in-sale markup. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. At least GPU prices are going down, right? Right? Surely they're going down. Gosh, can you heat up again? God, take it, the texture quick. Take it, dude. What's that? It's not anything hard that I do here. The only thing, if you're gonna be doing textures like this, always remember to save your textures before you start texturing, right? So, like, you created the texture, right, in here, right? You did, like, your output, whatever the fuck it is, right? Before you start texturing, before you do literally like anything on this, save it first. Save it as 16 here. You see 16-bit it says here? Because the default is 8. Don't save it as 8. Save as 16. Once you save it as 16, let me save it first. I think it's right. Yeah. You come here, refresh that shit, Alt-R, right? Just press Alt-R. It's gonna refresh the image here, right? So for example, if I draw something here and I refresh it, it goes back to whatever was like saved, right? So refresh it, because that's gonna like load the image that you saved, and then after that start texturing, right? Because the thing is, with 8-bit textures, and I'm not gonna save this as 8-bit right now, but in general, with 8-bit textures, the way like gradienting things goes, like this, for example, right? It's different from 16-bit. It's very fucking different. With 8-bit, it makes it dirty. It basically introduces like some darker artifacts for no fucking reason, and it makes it dirty. Especially whenever you are trying to like do, for example, two colors like this and that, and then when I like try to blend this, right, like that, or with like literally any other tool, it's gonna like create like some dirty artifacts, and it usually doesn't blend properly. But with 16-bit, it doesn't do that. $16 GB 4K for the textures and make backup. I mean, you don't have to do 16 GB or whatever the fuck you're doing. And by the way, the only reason why I'm doing 4K here is because VRChat already, Unity already has a function to like pull it back to 2K, for example, right? So like it's up to a client basically whether he wants his model to have 4K or 2K textures. It's like very small difference, right? But it's easier for me to draw at 4K and then compress it if I need to. And compression like almost like not loses anything. So yeah, it's like whatever. I mean, that being said, if you're a VTuber, you're planning on doing like a bunch of stuff, but then you're like, you don't have a good enough PC to run like a VTuber software that has 4K textures. Why the fuck are you doing VTubing to begin with? Although I have seen people like running Minecraft at like 10 FPS and streaming that, so I guess like there are people like that. Alright, anyways. Alright, let me take a screen cap of this so I can send it. And then I'm done for today, my dudes. Gonna do this. I'll also have to do like a bunch of freckles all over the body, and I'll do that as well. Oh, it's not letting me send it. Right. Alright guys, I'm gonna be done for today. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna be, well, I'll finish the textures on the hand, obviously. I need to finish the hand and the arm. Let me do that actually and mark it up. Alright, so we're gonna do arm. Like we need to like light here. Put some light. Light. And then we'll do hands. And then we also need to do freckles. All over the body. Crack. Oh, only under center angle. Oh, oh, oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Found it. Alright. Alright, guys. I'm gonna be done. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Check out links in the chat. Join our Discord. Follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky. Check out YouTube and Twitch. And also check out Boot, Gavrod, and Jinxie. I'll see you guys around. I'll see you guys tomorrow, actually. Reminder, Christmas is in 6 days. Prepare some gifts for your loved ones. Yeah. Alright. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. See ya.